Wow, thanks everyone for sending in some really great questions. I can't wait to talk to you more about caffeine. So what is caffeine? It's the most widely consumed and commonly accepted drug in the world. The impact that it has on the brain, by activating certain receptors, it actually can counteract some of the inhibitory effects that fatigue has on mental and physical performance. So for that reason, caffeine is widely considered to be ergogenic. Not the ergs you're thinking of. There are very few supplements that have gained the title ergogenic. So let's unpack this a little bit more. Yep, that's right. Just like with everything else, too much of a good thing is not a good thing. So when it comes to caffeine, it's really about trying to find a balance. That means testing it in training multiple times, testing different doses, and figuring out what works best for you because every athlete is different. So when we're dosing caffeine for performance, the research has shown that low doses are as effective as higher doses of caffeine for improving performance with less of a risk of side effects. So what low dose means is somewhere between 1.5 to 3 milligrams per kilo of body weight. So in this example, we're going to use a 150-pound rower and divide your weight in pounds by 2.2. That comes out to somewhere around 68 kilos. Now, let's make some simple math here. Let's just round it up to 70. So 1 milligram per kilogram would be about 70 milligrams. That's about as much caffeine that there is in a shot of espresso. So anywhere from 70 to 210 milligrams would be an appropriate low dose of caffeine for a 150. So by and large, the evidence shows that caffeine can have a positive impact on performance, but there's a big exception to that. So there's a researcher that has been studying the genetics of caffeine metabolism. And what she found is that people that metabolize it quickly tend to have the performance benefits and less of a risk of the side effects. People that metabolize it really slowly have a tendency to have more anxiety and jitteriness, have higher heart rate responses from caffeine consumption. There's also a risk for a performance detriment if you're taking too high of a dose of caffeine. The optimal timing for caffeine consumption is about 1 hour before exercise. There's no reason, no evidence to suggest that you need to avoid caffeine in training in order to observe a benefit in racing. And actually, it's really important that you try it in training so that you can figure out your ideal dose. It sounds like this could be a number of things. The first thing I would look at is your sleep habits. Maybe you're going to bed too late at night. Maybe you're drinking caffeine too late into the day, so it's making it harder for you to fall asleep. The other thing that's really important to note is that caffeine is not giving you energy. Energy is calories, nutrients from proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So make sure that you're eating enough and often enough that that's not the issue.